I'm your dog, for real, we're cool. But I'm not a dog, really. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm your dog, but I'm not a dog. I move different than a dog. People expect me to move like a dog, with my head down, living for others' use, staying in my place. If he hollers, right? If he hollers, let him go. If he doesn't have the hot fit, let him go. If he doesn't talk the talk, let him go. If he doesn't got the bends, let him go. If he doesn't speak proper English, let him go. If he doesn't speak proper Blackish, let him go, let him go, let him go. Let him go. No, I see myself as a lion of his own jungle. People don't see me as a lion because we know the real lion of the jungle ain't supposed to look like me, ain't supposed to be here. But here I am. May never be the lion of the big jungle, but I'll always be the lion of my own perfect, sun-drenched, holy jungle. When I roar, everything shudders. Roar! Roar! Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. But rest assured, I'm still your dog. I was talking with a dear friend of mine last night, and she reminded me of the movie Man on a Wire from 2008 about Philippe Petit's high wire walk across what used to be the World Trade Centers back in 1974. For some reason, as she was telling me this story, it brought to mind just this image in my head, you know, of a man on a wire suspended. And it made me think about the experience of some black people in this country, some African Americans in the U.S., of being suspended between white and black societies. And I just had this image in my head of being suspended and having people look at me, you know, black folk, white folk, kind of just staring up at me and judging me, looking at how what I perform, what comes out of me, be it, you know, the sound of my voice, whether or not I'm speaking a white way or black way. And it's just this feeling that just being kind of suspended and people looking up at you and trying to decide your fate to a certain degree, you know, where you fit in. And you're me, I'm just suspended up there. And not sure if I'm ever going to get down or be allowed to get down and just walk and be myself and to be viewed on my own terms. A couple years ago, I was having a conversation with this Cambodian American woman from Long Beach. Grew up in Long Beach, and we were talking about, you know, different parts of the city and, you know, different things we had observed. And I was telling her about, you know, situations I had dealt with in Orange County, situations that were pretty racist. And I remember she like looked up, you know, she like looked at me kind of funny, and she was like, "Oh, you know, that's interesting that you would say that, because, you know, you sound pretty whitewashed. You know, you're like, your accent is pretty whitewashed." And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, compared to what? I remember feeling a certain degree of anger, thinking to myself, what gave her the right to try to quantify or try to qualify my blackness? What, as an outsider, just because she, you know, I'm assuming maybe she had, been around a lot of black people here in LA and in Los Angeles, that she felt that she could tell me what black sounded like. These kind of situations are complex. A lot of people really believe this kind of thinking, and a lot of people, there's a lot of non-black people who feel this way about how black people are and how black people express themselves. And they follow the lead of a lot of black folks themselves who kind of say this type of stuff all the time. And it's a struggle of identity, and it's a struggle of self-determination. And I've lived my life in a way where I've never allowed anyone to determine my level of blackness or my level of whiteness or anything. I'm myself, and everything that emanates out of me is my own black.